are saying, JASL, JASL, JASL after dark. JASL, JASL, JASL after dark. JASL, JASL, JASL after dark. What you on talking at the day? At the night part. JASL, JASL, JASL after dark. JASL, JASL, JASL after dark. JASL, JASL, JASL after dark. What you on talking at the day? At the night part.
All right, good night, ladies, gentlemen, fetters and homebodies. Thank you for tuning into JASL After Dark. I'm your host, Calvin, and we're back live at 8 p.m. this and every Wednesday on the Bridge 99 FM. We're brought to you by Jamaica AIDS Support for Life, and you can also watch and listen to the show on JASL's Instagram page at JASL Info or on Facebook at Jamaica AIDS Support for Life. Or you can stay right here with us on the Bridge 99 FM. I have my co-host Sade with me. Hey Sade.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good, but not looking good as you though.
Oh wow, thank you. You know, this is your girl Sade from Fetish Secrets. How are you, my love?
I'm
doing good.
I'm doing good.
Nice.
Doing good, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this evening we'll be exploring the topic candid discussions, the truth about HIV and PrEP. So to share in tonight's discussion, we have with us Debbie Ann Bailey, psychologist at Jamaica AIDS Support for Life, St. Ann Chapter, and Anna Lisa Morgan Williams, Targeted Interventions Officer at Jamaica AIDS Support for Life, Kingston Chapter. They're going to be here for the entire night while we discuss the topic candid discussions, a look at HIV and PrEP. But before we get into that, it's time for Hot Pot.
I'm hungry. I'ma want something juicy to eat. Are we in the pot?
It's time for Hot Pot.
Hot Pot.
Hot pot.
Hot Pot.
No, sir. This catchy not.
Hot Pot.
Now, there are always some topics that are interesting and somewhat controversial. So each week, we dip into our hot pot to find a topic to discuss. So here goes. Hannah, can you dip into the hot pot for me? And read it for us.
I'm supposed to read?
Yes.
Okay. So, are you okay with your partner dancing on another person at carnival?
Oh wow.
Sticky.
Let's talk about this. What to say? For me, anything goes. If y'all want me to go first, like I don't care. I like to see that. I want you to do that. How about you, Anna?
I guess it's a type of wine.
Any wine at carnival, anything goes.
Anything goes.
If I'm gonna be honest, I went to a couple soca events.
And
I'm a wine for everybody.
so what you try say now?
That's what I say. Sometimes
So you don't want to see your partner do that?
That's fine. I'm good with it.
Okay.
I'm good with it. I can put her in the middle.
I think I want to bring in Debbie first, because if I talk, things mash up.
No, that's what I want.
Yeah, man, we did that last.
That's why we say candid discussions. So it's supposed to mash up.
Yeah, man, it's so mash up, man. You come to me.
All right.
But Debbie, thank you for joining, Debbie.
I mean, the atmosphere is going to lend itself to that kind of interaction. So the mere fact that all we go, all we expect to enjoy ourselves.
That's
what we're going to do for.
Nice,
that is it,
nice.
Debbie.
I love how everybody is enjoying themselves and whining and whatever. But for me, why you do a carnival in the first place? That's me, and that's how I feel. And me say it, I don't feel comfortable with my partner walking down the road skimpily clad like that. I'm not okay. So
What?
Yes.
But that's what carnival is about. Anything soca, anything fet, that's what it's about.
And that's why she not go there.
Are you serious? Okay, so if she's not in the costumes, is she still allowed to be there? And so
It never happen.
not even a tights? I want to go.
It not happen.
And which part you go there?
Yeah, he's not there either.
I'm not go there either.
Is it the fact that you're not as a soca fan,
It's not
or
about the soca.
what
It's
is
just
it?
how I feel about it. I personally, I mean, it's okay if that's what you want and all of that, but for me, I not okay with my partner at carnival
All right.
the first day.
Carmen, I want to indulge a little bit
Yeah,
more
man,
because you
because
said
I-
candid discussion.
mash up, though.
All right, so
Sad.
being that you have that view for carnival, how about any other type of event where you go there to have fun and enjoy yourself and out with your friends and just having a good time, special occasion or not?
Yeah, I don't do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. My boy, it's
No, it's not about boring. You like what you like. You have your
Yeah.
boundaries, your territorial,
Yeah.
and it's acceptable. You know, I don't mind it. It's okay. I'm not judging you. You just like what you like. That's fine.
Is to find a partner that agrees with what you want. So if me see you, I offer a picture, them a carnival picture, I know say me now it would work. So I'm even not gonna bother you. So that's good to know what you want and to find somebody who also wants what you want.
I mean, I like that because you want dash out. I want to get wild, like you know.
I'm sorry, that's not for me.
It's okay, Calvin. It's okay. It's okay.
Take me up on one.
As long as you're happy,
Yes.
I'm happy for you. Okay.
So,
All right.
so
I mean,
we want to dip in the pot again and find another hot topic.
yes, definitely you, because I don't want to know.
No, because the topic them bother my nerves.
I don't want to know what's happening at all.
Some bag of reading. Sure. Oh, wait, at this minute, a while ago. Did I put it back in there? Because this is the same thing. Yeah. Okay.
Let's see what this one says.
That Dwight, no.
What's it?
Would you break up with someone if your mom told you that she doesn't like them? And the reason for not liking them is that her spirit don't take them.
The spirit takes something there, no, man. A
Right.
dangerous something. So go ahead, Anna. You can definitely answer that for us.
No, I'm not going to break up with that person. Because at the end of the day, that person are my person. So your spirit, mommy, me know you don't want. But your spirit don't really have to take them, because sometimes the spirit is wrong about people. You know, because you might see them a certain way and you feel like, oh, I don't agree with the way they look or they dress or they talk. Your spirit can be wrong, and that person might be like the right person for me. So the spirit don't take them, it not gonna work. Make something else. But I would definitely stay with my partner. Spirit not take, I'm a love my mother to the ground, but
Debbie, what say you, Debbie?
Yeah, I was just about to ask you, Debbie Ann.
All right. So in relationship, boundaries are essential.
Yes.
And if it's for me, relationships are very strict. It's me and my partner.
Yes.
So she doesn't really have a say in it. She can have an opinion. That's fine. Everybody can have an opinion.
Right.
But your opinion does not direct my relationship.
Exactly.
That is between me and my person. Your spirit don't take them. That is also fine. Pray for us. You know. But on another note, the relationship is ours. I don't really care if your spirit wanted them or not, though. It doesn't really change the tone of the relationship for me.
Yeah.
With all respect.
all
Good.
respect.
I mean, for me, I think if anything it will probably allow me to maybe step back for a second and say, could there be any value in this opinion she's having? Like, even though she say because her spirit that take her, but could there be something that I am not seeing? I probably, that's the most I would do. But if you say, me I go break up with her because
My mother's
Spirit not
spirit not take her.
Mm.
As much as you're my mother, I respect you, I respect your opinion and all that. And I know you want the best of me. I'm sorry, but it have to keep. It have to keep.
Okay.
Sorry.
It depends, to be honest. Like, if my mom say spirit not take you, you know what I mean, as Jamaicans we have that gut feelings, not really as Jamaicans, but you know the whole cultural aspect of it when we Jamaicans say we spirit not take in a sense. But I will take it into consideration. It doesn't mean I'm going to break up with that person, and then it depends on the type of relationship I have with that person. You know, if it's something committed, you know, my future with this person, or if it's just for sex or whatever reason. But first, it depends on the type of relationship, and of course, I'm going to look into it. She's my mom. You know, like, I go really value what she said, that Calvin said, and I'm going to look into it, because sometimes, no matter what, you know, parents, especially our mothers, they can feel things and they know things and they see things before it happens. So, and not just the one aspect of it, for say, oh, my spirit not take you, I'm going to say, I'm going to left. But why the spirit not take? Like, why you have that instinct and that gut feelings? I understand the boundaries and all of that, because there are times where we have to put our parents in place and be like, listen, this is who I want to spend my life with. This is my person. This is what's happening.
Exactly.
But outside of that, it's like, okay, your spirit not take, I'm going to look into it. Like, you know, me I go look no matter what. Even if I still move on with the person, something in the back of my mind, I could be like, it's subconscious. Like, okay, I wonder some trait where my parents say, yeah, that because sometimes when you're in it, you're so caught up because you're caught up in the love and the lust and the desire and all of that. So a lot of times we really don't see it until we come out. You know, what mother say, oh, mom, they tell you. So it depends on the type of relationship for me, and then I'm still subconsciously gonna think about it and probably look out for something, but not look out for something to disrupt the peace and comfort of the relationship, but just to be on the lookout. On the lookout. Yeah.
Yeah. But quickly before we go to the break, let's look at the flip side. What if you're the parent and you're a spirit in tech? Your child's partner.
Then my child have to move.
No, well, as a mother,
watch double stand.
No. As a mother, I'm not going to expect my child to break up.
Yeah.
But may I go dip on it? Like, I'm gonna be like, hey, this is the reason.
Every opportunity I get, you're gonna sit me to tell you.
Yeah, but you know, not to make you miserable, not to annoy you, not to irritate you, and I'm not going to be bad towards that person. But I'm not gonna be a hypocrite. You know, I probably even tell you like, listen, I don't like this. I don't like this for my child, or talk to you about it because I'm very direct and blatant. But as a mother, I may say, listen, something about that person, yeah, and I'm gonna like it. Like, I'm not gonna tell you to leave because I have to leave you in it. Yeah.
Henry and JB in the comments on Instagram says, well, if my mother don't like it, it's not going to work.
See?
And you know, we want to hear
and
from
that's
you.
Most men.
We want to hear from our viewers and listeners, so you can always share your comments, your thoughts via message on Instagram at JASL or send us a message via WhatsApp at 876-551-5782. You're listening to JASL After Dark on the Bridge 99 FM with Sue Forward.
What Blackstar said, JASL After Dark. JASL After Dark. JASL After Dark.
If you are just joining us, you are listening to JASL After Dark, brought to you by Jamaica AIDS Support for Life on the Bridge 99 FM. Reminding you the best gift is a gift to yourself that's taking care of your health and ensuring that you know your status. You can contact Jamaica AIDS Support for Life to get tested for HIV and syphilis, or if you're living with HIV, to start treatment.
Yes, and we have with us Debbie and Bailey, who is the Associate Psychologist at Jamaica AIDS Support for Life Center and Chapter, and Hannah-Lisa Morgan-Williams, Targeted Interventions Officer at Jamaica AIDS Support for Life Kingston Chapter. So they'll both be sharing with us as we take a look at HIV and PrEP. Now, for the listeners and viewers who don't know what HIV is, Hannah, please tell us, what's HIV?
All right, so HIV will stand for human immunodeficiency virus.
All right, so you know you have to break that down for us.
Yeah, so it's only human alone can pass on the virus, guys. Only human alone can pass on the virus. And immunodeficiency, you know, have to do with your immune system, right? And virus, it cannot cure. So all the herbs that we are drinking and basically don't want to come to care, don't want to take your medication, it will not work. Because it cannot be cured, but it can be treated.
Okay.
All right. So Anna, what are some ways that HIV can be contracted?
All right. So you can contract the virus whether it's anal, oral, or vaginal once it's unprotected.
Take your time with me. Take your time. Take your time. Go again. Take it slow.
So you can contract the virus whether it's anal, oral, or vaginal once it's unprotected. Mother to child.
Oral vaginal sex.
Yeah.
Okay.
Breast milk.
Okay.
Mother to child, and blood transfusion for persons who are receiving blood, or even drug users, injected needles.
Injected needles, right.
So those are the ways in which you can contract the virus.
But you mentioned blood transfusion. That's not an issue we have, right? Because the blood is tested and all of that locally.
Definitely. So when you're doing blood transfusion, guys, it's already tested. So we're not going to give you like
not worry about it.
Contaminated blood or anything like that. So
okay. So Debbie, if you are sexually active, how often should you be tested for HIV?
All right, so as we recommend, the testing is every 3 months if you're sexually active, because that is the window period for HIV.
Window period. You introduce a new term. Tell us what's that?
All right, so HIV in general takes 3 months to show up in the body. So we test you on a 3-month period, giving the test strip that we use time to recognize the antibodies, the HIV antibodies in the system. So that's what we test for, the antibodies.
Okay, so if someone contracts HIV, then it takes 3 months for their body to produce antibodies that a test will pick up.
That the test strip will pick up, right?
I see.
Okay, I'm learning a lot tonight.
Yes.
Yeah, all right. So, question, Debbie. If I only have sex with one partner and I'm on birth control pills, should I use condoms or should I still get tested for HIV? I would really like to know.
Yes.
Yeah?
Because you know what your partner doing though? I mean, especially when we're in the lab and we're having the conversation. It's candid, so we're gonna have a candid conversation.
Definitely. I want it.
Yeah, so are you unsure of your partner's sexuality? You know what they're out there doing? If the answer is no, I'm not sure, I'm going to recommend that you use a condom all the time.
Okay.
Because you need to protect yourself.
I once heard
You
a
have to
woman
think about
say,
yourself and you have to think about your health.
Yeah, I once heard a woman say, well, she knows that she can't put her husband penis in her bag when she got work, so she make sure that she get tested.
Which is right.
But you can use a condom though if you're not sure. If you're not sure about the penis, where the penis going.
Yeah, definitely.
You can roll on a condom.
So
you can work it into the story, make it sexy and hot. Really tan, man.
Right.
Yeah, man, we have different kind of condom. We have flavored and scented and everything. Really tan and make it hot.
As Debbie mentioned that though, sometimes being in a sexual relationship, right? Probably Anna can't answer, Debbie. Anybody? So you're in a relationship and then you want to use a condom and your partner don't want to use a condom. Like, how do you navigate that?
Well, it all have to do with what Debbie said earlier. You're introducing it in a creative way. So for the females, anybody.
But I'm always say raw is best. So,
Well,
what do you
not
think?
best because you have different condoms out there.
Okay.
Like skin condom. It is very thin. Like it feel like real bareback.
Definitely a natural lamb
So,
and all
yeah, and
that.
that skin condom, that's a Durex brand. So there's a lot of things out there you can do for guys
to enhance it and spice it up.
Put it in your mouth and put it on it.
Mighty Lord. And we have all those condoms.
Exactly. So you have to make him want to put it on. Say, baby, do the thing again and do it. Do that last time, and it make him get excited, have a buzz. I don't know you have to. That's why sometimes we get cheat on and we end up because we're just boring.
I wake up on your head top, then I get cheat.
That is true. That's why I'm gonna go for mine.
All right. So with looking at HIV and all of that, Debbie, what exactly is JASL's role in the HIV response?
All right. So as an organization, we take on HIV from many aspects. But key areas for us, especially in our different chapters, we really focus on prevention and treatment. So prevention, like Hannah and her team, they'll go out and they do education and testing and with the condom distribution, and we ensure that everybody is aware of their status,
right?
How you can get tested, and if you are in fact positive, so we test you and you are reactive, treatment. So you come to care, which is the ad that was just on the radio. So you come to care, there's a confirmatory test that is done, and you are welcomed into the JASL family. You're inaugurated in a serious way, and you're welcomed on a different level. So you're taken into treatment, and it's not just you come a doctor and that's just it. No, man, we deal with it on a different level. So we are ensuring that your medication is taken care of. You understand how to take it. You understand how to get it filled. You understand why you need to take it. You understand how it affects your body, what your different practices are going to include. You understand how to become undetectable. You understand the blood work system. You understand that there is also mental health services that are available to you. And we have our case manager who takes care of, all of you. Like, she just deal with the case and then she directs the traffic as she deal with the case. That's what I always say. So, JASL, we are different when it comes to HIV because we're not just looking at it from a medical standpoint. We're ensuring that you have the information and you know how to access the different services that come with having the information. And of course, we have EEHR that advocate for your different rights and the discrimination and the stigma and all that kind of other stuff, the legislation part of it. But on the ground, we have treatment and we have prevention.
Okay. I'm happy you said that, Debbie. Sometimes talking about, our sexual relations and stuff like that, a lot of persons are shy. A lot of persons are not outspoken enough. They're not open-minded enough. And a lot of persons, they just don't know. So my question to you is like, how can the team at JASL put someone at ease to have this discussion? How do you navigate that? Somebody come in, they're so shy, they don't want to talk about things, they're not outspoken enough. What does the team do at JASL to make that easy to conversate? What is that like, the process and the step, I want to know.
All right, so as a person who's in the lab a lot, a part of the conversation that happens in the lab, because we ask you about your sexual practices, and a lot of persons get shy when it comes to sexual practices.
Definitely.
So on the paper, it's a vaginal, anal, oral. Me always ask, you put things in your mouth? Like you put your mouth on things?
Right.
How would the sex go? And you're only having sex with a female, you have sex with males. Tell me what that look like for you. I don't want you to feel as though, it depends on how you approach the conversation.
Yes.
As the person who is having the conversation. Because when you meet the person, right, you get to feel them out, and if them kind of shy, you kind of crack a little joke and ease them out of the shell. Make them understand that you're real and you're not here to judge. You see, when them say you're not judging them, a little layer of the shyness kind of come down, and you put them at ease. So me put things in my mouth. You put things in your mouth. You do it. Yeah, man. You put things in your mouth. Me put things in my mouth too.
Right.
But we put it in our mouth. What we do with it? You understand?
Yeah.
Are you being safe when you put the things in your mouth? When you put the things in your mouth, is there anything on it? Do you know how to put things on it? So you kind of
break it down.
You kind of take down the barrier from between us. So it's not me, the healthcare provider, and you, the person who's coming into care. It's me, Debbie, a person, and you, Hannah, another person, and we're going to have a conversation. And what I always say when I step into a lab with a person, or when we're on the road, all right, man, you got to have a real conversation. If you don't want to tell me say you don't ready to talk about it. Nobody tell me a lie. Because this now is about your health care, and if you're not comfortable enough to talk about it, we can find somebody else who you're comfortable with. And it's as simple as that, but it's kind of hard, but it's kind of simple.
Yeah.
If you don't want to talk to me, we can get somebody who you're comfortable
Right,
with, somebody else. So so that you're not cheated out of what the service that you come here to access.
But my question though, I have a question. I come here, fear just shoot my finger and tell me if me have HIV or not. What are them questions here for? That sound invasive.
But all them questions are important too.
Right.
Because we want to know how many persons you're having sex with. Because we need to be able to assess and there's a risk profile, But it's that we want to know how predisposed you are to contracting the virus.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
What is your likelihood?
Yeah.
Right.
So we'll have the conversation. So
Also,
when
it's
you
all
say
about
this,
getting the person to understand how likely they are based on their actions, based on their practices.
Right, so that is reason why. So we have the conversation. So when I ask you how much people you have sex with over the last 12 months, I'm not really interested in the number because I want to know I'm going to judge you. But I want to help you to understand how that information feeds into all of this.
So that they can change their behavior.
Right.
Direct answers.
Behavior change.
Okay.
But understand why you need to adjust your behavior.
Yeah.
Okay. So Anna, as Calvin said, I come in and ask these questions and drop me and all these things. So when me find out say me positive now, like am I gonna be alone? What y'all do?
No, so at Jamaica AIDS Support for Life, it's a one-stop shop. When we say one-stop shop, all you can eat. So when you come, it's
very descriptive.
Yes. We do a holistic program.
Okay.
Once you're HIV positive, you have our psychologists like a Debbie and you have case manager, you have social worker, you have adherence counselor. Now we get good pharmacy.
Oh,
so
nice.
You have to go to another pharmacy where you probably feel away, you don't want to give them the prescription because you don't want nobody to say you have HIV or anything like that.
Right.
So once you are HIV positive, love, action, and support.
Okay.
So and then for your kids, if you want, like when the school time come, we buy books, this is a holistic thing.
All right.
So
nice.
You're not alone.
We definitely have to continue this conversation. So
All right, so it's 8:30 on the Bridge 99, and we're gonna continue our conversation.
Yes.
So you, Hannah, Debbie, you guys mentioned a lot that is done by JASL, right? Now, do these services come at a cost?
No, free
Free?
services.
You mentioned psychologist, you mentioned case manager, you mentioned even
Prescription, pharmacy, everything.
free.
Free? It's all free. Okay.
Free.
So basically then, persons who are living with HIV, based on what you've said, how supportive JASL is and all that we provide to help them, it's not just the medication, it's treating them holistically, it's looking at the mental issues. They really don't have any excuse.
You don't have any excuse to come to care, really and truly, because we have everything. It's a one-stop shop. If you feel like you don't have any money, you don't have any food to take the medication, we are here.
So you provide all that?
We provide everything. Only thing you need to do is just come to care. But at first, you have to acknowledge the fact that, yes, I have the virus and I need to do something to get it under control.
Be mentally prepared.
You have to accept it first.
Yes.
Because if you're in denial, then the psychologist, they have to do some extra work, some extra things to go underneath so you can come back up.
Right.
But you have to accept it and know, say, yeah, come to care and just come. You'll be fine. I promise.
All right.
So,
I like that.
I mean, with HIV being around since the 80s, do you think people are equipped with enough knowledge about HIV now, Debbie?
No. No. Every time you meet a newly diagnosed, the conversation is usually the same. Mega dead. Because HIV still has that. When you say HIV, people don't hear HIV, them hear AIDS. And then when you hear AIDS, them see the picture of the person who is dying with all the spots on the skin and everything. Them just hear positive death. Done. And that's not it. Like, I always say, people who are positive outlive me. Them are going to live till your son them. You just need to come to care and understand that, you know, I call it another chapter in your story. Your story doesn't end here. Your book just, open up a little bit more and there is more conversation for you. But the information that is out there, I don't think, it's not a lack of information, especially in this day and age, is it don't really have nothing to do with it, so you don't really look into it. It's not in your face. Well, I don't want to say it's not in your face, but it's not a part of your reality. So you specifically don't look into it. But I realize that the information is not being accessed as it should be. We put on the ads on the TV and we put on the ads on the radio and we have billboard all about the place and we wear the shirts and we talk about it. But persons are not really listening until them have to listen.
Right.
That's
because I think a lot of people are in denial and a lot of people block it out. That's what I think.
As Debbie said, until it's relevant to them,
until
you have it over there. It's not something you're concerned about.
For just to add to the question, there's still a lot of persons, even when we go into different communities, they don't know about HIV. They still have the old saying, So I think even our social media pages, our persons in the field need to put out more stuff, more ads, the ad them work, although sometimes you have other persons, they don't want it. But you still have people out there putting out their family members that is HIV positive for sleeping a full cube. And you get your own spoon and you get your own fork, and you cannot cook in the house. So giving the information to an educated person is very important for them to get it.
Right.
And you'd have think, no, it's like, it's 2023. So people would have the information. No, they don't.
They don't.
So it's up for us with the prevention team and other persons who with the information listening to go and spread the word really about HIV and the myth. Because there's a lot of myths
and misconceptions. Yes. And Anna, while we're on that, what are some ways that people can protect themselves from HIV?
All right, so you can use a condom every time. That's always going to be the first. Use a condom. Get tested.
Right.
Get tested. Normally they say stick to one partner.
Everybody want in a poly this, poly that, and everybody have open relationships, so, and
How do you know? Use a condom every time. Get tested.
Right.
Have different conversation with your partner. You understand? So we're going to go and do a HIV test now. Babe, what if you were supposed to come out reactive to HIV?
Right.
Would you tell me? Because we have enough time where we test persons and the two of them coming on and one positive and one don't positive then. And they hear them say, oh, you're going, oh no, and they come, babe, what's the result? Good man, come man. And they're like, okay.
Yeah.
You understand? So having these conversations before you get tested is very important. Babe, you know, say if you do the test, or if you me do the test, I'm not gonna leave you, and there is support or whatever.
Right.
And we still have persons there doing support. We still have persons who might be HIV positive in a relationship, you know, but
which is only natural because our emotions, you find out your partner have it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, oh my God, this is not my life. You know, what do I do?
Exactly.
You know, you know what I want to ask you, Debbie, and I've noticed on social media, for the past few weeks, I've seen a lot of posts with men or persons who have HIV and they randomly just go around. They're being charged, of course. Randomly go around and have sex knowingly that they have it. What you say, the psychology part of it, you know, why you think they do this? Like what is the reason behind it? To know that you have HIV and you knowingly get up, and it's not like it's one person or you're in a relationship, you're having multiple sexual partners.
Miss, that is wickedness. We don't know how to say no. Like, we never know. That is wickedness, though.
Uh-huh.
I guess it's coming from, because when I was younger, I know, when I was in primary school or high school, somewhere there, so a long time.
Yeah.
They used to say if you have sex with a virgin, it can cure it. And you remember when Hannah did a talk about what HIV is, or it cannot cure? If you go out there, you know, and they give it away, sir. That is wickedness. And these are persons who are not in care.
So do you think it have to do with any form of trauma, or is a fact with them find out and a kind of revenge or something?
It's revenge.
Revenge. Okay, that's what I wanted to find out. Like, you know,
Because
you can't just mother go on and do that.
Me never ask it, and we get this, so I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it to as many people as me can.
Okay, so it's okay.
I've heard the conversation, to be very honest.
Yes.
Like with newly diagnosed persons, but these are the things that we try to, like, I don't want to say root out of them, but you educate them.
Right.
You know, that same traumatic experience that you have when you find out, why would you want to give that to somebody else?
Right.
And this person, you contracted the virus. Maybe the person who you had sex with, or however you contracted the virus, them never knows that them have it. Which is why we are always advocating for testing. Get tested, guys. Test is free. It's free, and it's a dime a dozen. Just get tested.
You know what's my next question? Right. Anna, this question is for you. Anyone I know. But you know, sometimes when, like, two persons realize that they have HIV, or somebody have HIV, they feel like they're supposed to look for somebody to have sex with that have HIV. Do you think that's safe? And when them feel like, okay, oh, so you have HIV, all right, then fine, so we can't have sex without condom because you have it and me have it, and we can live happily ever after. Like, what do you have to say about that? Because I'm realizing that is now becoming a thing. Like, oh, somebody find out them positive, them try look for somebody who are positive, and then them feel like, all right, I'm good because, you know, I'm not have to have sex with condom, and I'm not have to do nothing at all because the two of we have it. Like, what do you have to say about that?
Guys, there's a thing called reinfection.
Amen.
Right.
Hallelujah.
Reinfection is a thing. And if you are taking that medication and then you are having unprotected sex with someone that is HIV positive, you are reinfecting yourself.
Right.
Therefore, that medication will have no use for you.
Okay.
Watch the story.
Right?
Yes.
So you have to go to I think it's the
Line 2.
line 2. And then if you continue reinfecting yourself with the line 2 again, you're gonna find for line 3. Right? So
basically what you're saying is that
it's not safe.
The medication
it's not safe.
that's working with them now and treating and bringing them virally suppressed and all of that, it will not be effective anymore.
No, it won't be effective. So guys, just use a condom. Whether you're HIV positive or not, use a condom.
And you mentioned condom, but I also heard of this pill. You know, we've been seeing it online. We've been seeing PrEP, something called PrEP. Tell us, what exactly is PrEP?
So PrEP is pre-exposure prophylaxis.
So if you have list on, you can't call it.
You cannot is a word where listen. You just have to say PrEP.
So PrEP, yeah.
You will bite your tongue. So basically, this is a medication that can prevent you from contracting the virus.
Okay.
Only the virus, though. It's only
the virus, not gonorrhea, not herpes, not syphilis. It don't stop you from getting pregnant.
So how it work? Like I take it like a vitamin or what? How would this work? How PrEP work?
So you have. Yes, Debbie, you were talking.
Right. It starts. Alright. So I think about it like how you think go. It's up birth control. You don't start taking birth control today and it protect you today. For men, it takes 7 days to become effective. For women, it takes 20 days. So you have to be popping the pill for 20 days consecutively for it to achieve full coverage.
Yes,
so that 95% coverage that we advertise, that high 90s, you have to be on the pill for 20 days consecutively as a female and 7 days consecutively as a male for PrEP to be effective against HIV.
Can you say how exactly does it work? How exactly does it work?
So it's one pill per day. You can. So with the services of your healthcare provider, you and them discuss it. So if you know that you're going to be having unprotected sex next month and you start plan from now, do road and
you know, so the man a fly in.
Yeah, man, or the men are, I don't know how many partners you have, whatever. So you are going to be out there. You start planning for this. So you come to care. There's a series of steps. So we do some blood work for you. The first thing that we need to do is an HIV test to ensure that you are negative, as PrEP is only effective in persons who are HIV negative. You can have a positive test and want to go on PrEP. Don't work like that. And then we do other analyses for you to ensure that your liver and your kidneys are in optimal health to be able to manage this medication, right? And then we provide you with, we send off your blood work, then you come back and we provide you with 3 months of the medication. We advise you how to take it. A part of the assessment also is a mental health assessment to be sure that you're able to manage taking this medication every day, because it's one pill a day every day. Right, so it's a magical blue pill, but you have a responsibility to this pill. You have to ensure you take it in the prescribed way. So 20 days for a female, 7 days for a male for it to be effective. In those days, you roll a condom. So in that, I'll call it a window period, you still roll a condom during your sexual practices. After the prescribed amount of days, you don't want to roll a condom, you're protected against HIV. That's it. The syphilis and the gonorrhea and the herpes and the other things that are out there, you cannot fly by yourself with that one.
So that sounds like you have to still roll on the condom then.
We feel like if you still roll on a condom too.
So the misconception then is that Debian, not only having multiple sexual partners, but what happens if I'm in a relationship and I don't trust my partner for whatever reason, I don't have proof, am I still allowed to can access the PrEP and take the PrEP?
Yeah, man, because that's a conversation that we have. All right, so you're testing somebody and you're in a relationship and you're not sure about your partner, and especially if you can't negotiate condom use,
right?
So you can't say to the man to use a condom, sir. You can't put in a femidom as a female. We can at least ensure say HIV is not a part of your story.
Okay.
So we and then when we talk about JASL services, PrEP is free. And when you're rolling, we give you a 3 month supply.
Free.
Wow. Everything free. So listen, I mean that's a lot to take in. Let's run to a quick break and we'll be back on JASL After Dark.
JASL After Dark. JASL After Dark. JASL After Dark. What you talking about the night part?
All right, welcome back to JASL After Dark, brought to you by Jamaica Aid Support for Life on the Bridge 99 FM. Reminding everyone that if you have not gotten an HIV or syphilis test since 2023, you need to contact JASL now at 925-0021 or follow us on social media on Instagram at JASL Info, on Facebook at Jamaica AIDS Support for Life, or on Twitter at JASL Tweets. Now we're continuing our conversation on HIV and PrEP. And before the break, we were talking about accessing PrEP. Debbie, can anyone access PrEP? What are the criteria?
Well, first of all, you need to have a negative test. You need to be over 18. Usually test first is 17 and over. But I consulted the manual just shortly before coming on, and they said 18 and over for PrEP. You need to, we do some screening tests, as I mentioned before. There's lab work that is involved, blood draw, send off to lab. And then when that comes back in good and regular standing, a doctor's visit, and you are walked through how the medication works, how you pop the pill a day. And we also encourage, it's 1 pill a day every day, but you can cycle on and off with your healthcare provider.
Does it have any side effect, Debbie?
Nausea and headache are the most common side effects, but it's not heavily reported.
Okay.
So Truvada comes with little to no side effects. That's the name of the medication that you're on. It's called Truvada. So it's little to no side effects. But I always say, expect a little nausea and a little headache. And that means when you take it and you get a little nausea and headache, you'll start taking just sobra.
I think it's something like less than 10% of persons who use PrEP experience those side effects.
Little to no side effects. So, like when you had the conversation in the first visit, how did you feel? Miss me not feel nothing, I must forget to me I take it. All right, great. But if I tell you to expect a little headache and a little nausea, if it happens, you won't, be alarmed.
Okay.
Is there anything about PrEP that you think the listeners need to know or would want to know?
Get on PrEP. Stay on PrEP.
So, to reduce your chances of contracting HIV, then you should consider PrEP as an option.
PrEP, guys. We just start prep it up. I saw we prep up.
Prep up.
Prep up. Right through. Prep right up.
Our next question. We know that JASL offer the PrEP free. Can it be accessed at any pharmacy?
Well, you can access it at our pharmacy. Yeah.
Well, outside of JASL pharmacy.
We're offering it. No,
so it's only available at JASL.
Guys, come on, JASL. Right through. We're offering it.
Full coverage.
Full coverage. Okay.
One-stop shop. All you can eat.
All
What is the help?
I'm sure that all you can eat one day I catch on.
I promise you. It's a one-stop shop.
Maybe it might just catch somebody.
Yeah, and guys, one other thing. There's a difference between HIV and AIDS. Right?
Yeah.
So HIV is the virus that causes AIDS. So when you're on the road, guys, please, this is one of my pet peeve. You're not doing an AIDS test. We're not testing you for AIDS. Guys, we're testing you for HIV. Right? So it's a HIV test. HIV is the virus that causes AIDS. Right? AIDS is basically the last stage of HIV. That's when your immune system breaks down. So the white blood cells, them which would have been your soldier, them basically
dead.
And when does that happen though? When does it progress to AIDS? What causes that?
When you're not taking your medication, guys. When you're not eating properly,
How long will it take though? Because you have the window period for 3 months to check for HIV. So how long will it take? Yeah.
Well, people can have HIV.
Depends on your soldiers. Depends on how well your soldiers march.
How quick them eat off your soldier or fight your soldier.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's all have to do with your immune system. Because everybody's immune system make up different.
Right.
And some person's immune system is stronger than the other. So it all have to do with your immune system.
Okay.
So basically what I'm getting is that based on what you said before, HIV is not a death sentence.
Not a death sentence,
and
guys.
Once you stick to your medication, once you take it, you won't even have to worry about AIDS. You can live a normal, full, healthy life.
Full life, even more than me.
Big telling Sonia.
There was one thing Debbie mentioned earlier. She mentioned viral suppression when she was saying, they get undetectable and all that. Tell us a little bit about that. What's that?
All right, so we advocate for this, and we're known for it too. When you are on your medication and you are consistent and you're adherent, right? You take your pill every day, and you talk to your team, and you make we know what's going on with you. You can miss up sometime, whatever. But we're working towards being virally suppressed. That's when you have less than 1,000 copies of HIV in your body. So we do regular blood tests to see how well the medication is performing, how well the soldier them are march. If we are build up a soldier them, if we are, build up the army, we are recruit regularly. So we need to know how well the medication is performing in your body, how well to fight off the HIV, sorry about that. So we ensure that we, do regular blood tests and see what the numbers look like. Now the numbers tell a lot about what is going on with you. It tells on your adherence, it tells on whether or not you're taking medication. And if you can say to me, Miss Bailey, me take a pill every day, and when we do your blood test, it shows the virus now do so well against the medication. Now we have to go rally back and do something else about it, right? Which is why we always advocate that when you come here, tell me what go on for true. Now, if you swallow the pill every day, but you're out there have all of the sex with everybody and them cousin, that never can work. If you are HIV positive, that is not the end of it. There are other things that can happen. Use a condom. Tell with the truth so that we understand how best we can help you. If you're on the medication and you're not being suppressed, and we tell people when they come into care, especially now, when you come on for the best of the medication what we have. You understand? When you come on for the TLD, you don't want to mess up that, guys. So tell me what go on. I could give the condom them. I could give all of the flavored condom, the scented one, them, the skin, the everything. I could give them. So you can go out there and live your best life. But don't come here, come tell us, say, Miss, me not have no sex, I'm take a pill every day, and when do your blood test, nothing don't go so. Right. You understand? So we're working towards viral suppression, less than 1,000 copies. And we really are working towards undetectable. So that, when you want to build up the family and you want to have the children who are HIV negative, we can guide you towards that. HIV not stop nothing for you, but you have to be careful.
Wait,
and we're here to walk you through that.
You have to tell me some more, Debbie. You say in terms of having kids that are HIV negative, so you can have HIV and not give your children HIV?
Of course.
Definitely.
Tell us about that.
Here right now. So this is why we're advocating for adherence and just being in care, because you're able to expand your family. When you are undetectable, you have a partner who is negative. You're not giving him the virus. You understand? But it's a tricky situation because it's not HIV alone out there to catch. There are other things out there. So if I am in a committed relationship and I know that me and my partner secure and we are doing what we need to do in this relationship. So I know I'm not carrying the penis out there, so I mean I carry the vagina go nowhere. Right? And we are on medication, or I'm on medication, or he's on medication. We not have to, we can be in a, what we call it, zero-discordant relationship or a zero-different relationship, right? So me positive and him don't positive. He doesn't have to be positive because me I do what I'm supposed to do. I pop my pill every day. Me I secure my family and me I gonna make sure that me can have a baby them or something. And we're all right, So that is what we are working towards here. We're working towards healthy families and full lives. Happy pill, guys.
Yes, food for thought. That's a lot. Very stimulating. I enjoyed that conversation.
So with all of this work that JASL does, and being an NGO or a charity of some sorts, how can persons who listen and feel inspired to give back, how can they donate to JASL?
So we're on every social media platform. So JASL info on Instagram, Jamaica is support for life on Facebook. JASL tweets. JASL tweets, or email address. We have a website. JASL
That gives
info.
everything.
Just on the website justforlife.org.
See there, justforlife.org. We are on everywhere, and everybody know all our staff.
And what if somebody wants to become a volunteer?
If you want to become a volunteer, there's a paper you can come to the office and sign.
It's only at the office, or
I
it's on
think
the
they have it on
website?
the
Can it
website.
be done on the website?
But it's
And-
best for you to come in the office.
Mhm.
Yeah, and there's also a confidential form you will be able to sign, which you have to sign if you want to be a volunteer. And we have enough things that we have a lot of activities, so we always welcome volunteers to come and support the cause. You know,
And we have the money box them all over the place.
yeah, we have money
When you
box.
come-
And guys,
yeah,
we
man,
are
when you come to
NGO
the test,
charity.
just walk with your money, yeah.
Exactly. And some of the time we say we're a charity and we say, why we don't charge, it's for you to give and when you don't give. When you don't give, give and give with a willing heart. Nobody
Yeah,
not
give
tell
it with
you,
love.
so if you give $500, give $1,000,
Give what you
$5,000,
can,
give
what you
what you
can.
can, because
Right.
it helps really. 'Cause remember we have free service, so we give the thing free.
With all that is being given, that
Exactly.
Someone can
Just
give
give
up
it a
something.
willing
It's
heart.
true.
Oh God, man.
Yes.
Definitely.
Mean bad.
I mean, it's for a good cause.
Exactly.
Definitely, yeah.
well, I definitely learned a lot tonight on Just Love to
I
Dark.
got a handbook.
You get the handbook.
Yes.
We did Just Love to Dark University tonight.
Yes.
So we want to thank you so much, Debbie and Bailey, Associate Psychologist at JASL St. Anne, and Hannah-Lisa Morgan Williams, Targeted Interventions Officer at JASL Kingston. Thank you so much for joining us this week on JASL After Dark. We want to remind our viewers and listeners you can contact Jamaica AIDS Support for Life for all your free HIV and syphilis tests, your free condoms, your free lubes, and PrEP that was also mentioned tonight, and HIV treatment. And as you would have learned, it's all free. So call us at 925-0021. That's 925-0021. Or contact us on any of our social media platforms. Shade?
Nice. And you can contact me at Fetish Secrets LLC, Fetish Secrets Day Spa, or you can visit the website at www.fetishsecrets.com. All information is there. You can contact me at 876-447-9662. That's 876-447-9662.
All right, so remember to join us next week, same time, 8 o'clock on the Bridge 99 FM. What we can't discuss during the day, we definitely discuss
After dark.
Up next on the Bridge 99, we have Raga Shanti Live. See you next week.